Hey, this is Dr. Webster. Good to see you again. Today we're going to talk about brain function. You know, it just seems more and more that we are seeing that what we call neurodegenerative brain diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, they seem to be just becoming more and more common. And you see, you know, memory care places opening up more and more. So, you know, I've been on this journey with the diseases in my family, and I think perhaps my mother's mother may have had a touch of dementia. Nothing, you know, like I've seen in other areas, but I'm on this path, and the research shows more and more that hydration has a lot to do with brain function. In other words, some of these diseases I just mentioned are being linked back to dehydration. Not enough water in the body causes inflammation in the brain. So why is that? So I turned to PubMed, as I always do, to get my information. Let me just read this to you, and I'll try to be quick. Human brain is the biggest energy-consuming tissue in the human body, your brain. Although it represents only 2% of the body weight, it receives 20% of the total body oxygen and then 25% of the total glucose. So it's 2% of your body weight, but it needs 20% of all the oxygen you have and 25% of all the glucose in your blood. That's huge. For that reason, they say, brain is considered to be the most vulnerable part of the human body against the reactive oxygen species. Now that's breaking down of the body, ROS. It's a byproduct of aerobic respiration, and that does damage to the brain, ROS. Oxidative stress, same thing, oxidative stress is directly related to a series of brain dysfunctional diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. The Electrolyzed Reduced Water, right out of this journal. Electrolyzed Reduced Water is a functional drinking water containing a lot of molecular hydrogen, which is good for the brain tissue, and a small amount of platinum nanoparticles. Electrolyzed reduced water is known to scavenge ROS. So it scavenges and neutralizes these elements in the brain circulation that can do harm to the brain. And we will read more about that. And it protects your DNA from oxidative damage. And everybody knows what oxidation is, hopefully you do, but this water protects your brain against DNA damage. So the results are electrolyzed reduced water significantly reduced the cell death in the patients. It also scavenged the intercellular ROS, which is the oxidative stuff, and it helped to protect the mitochondria. You know, a lot of mitochondria has been called the workhorse of the cell, and every cell has a mitochondria. And if your mitochondria is being damaged, then you're not going to have the energy, you're not going to have the focus, you're not going to have the capabilities to do what you want to do. This water, according to this study, helps to protect your mitochondria. I think that's fantastic. Now, the waters they used for comparison, everything is, you know, controlled study. So they used this electrolyzed reduced water that I've talked about, and then they used a controlled, ultra pure water with the same pH. Note the words controlled, ultra pure water with the same pH. I want to stop there for a second because everybody has a certain kind of water they drink, and a lot of people will go to the grocery store and buy this bottled water, and you'll buy the high pH. But what you need to understand is that water has been treated by certain chemicals to give it that high pH. And some of the chemicals are written on the bottle. And like bisodium carbonate and other things like that, they're adding to the water to give it that pH. So this water that you're drinking is really just dead water. They put chemicals in to get the high pH. It's not the same thing as this study talks about. What this study talks about is electrolyzed reduced water, which is what I talk about on my videos. So the summary, conclusion. The results suggest that electrolyzed reduced water is beneficial for the prevention and alleviation of oxidative stress-induced human neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson, dementia. So drink the water, get some good quality water, be careful with all these other things you're drinking, and of course, if you want more information from me, I can do that. This is your brain now. This is brain function. So have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.